Every
Good
four
morning.
containers we move at the Port of Los Angeles creates a job. 1 in 9 here in Southern California, 1 in 50 nationwide. The cargo that traverses our port not only reaches all 50 states, but each one of our 435 congressional districts. And when it comes to investment to keep that American economic engine rolling, all roads lead to Los Angeles.
If it is a Trump presidency and he seems to be rising in terms of the odds, and if we do see 60 to 100% tariffs, higher China tariffs, then what would be the upshot, Gene, on container flows?
The future and the landscape of the Port of Los Angeles will ultimately change. And with our own witness tree, as we've discussed before, with the tariff regime that started back in 2018, we've seen our portfolio comprised of 57% of trade with China drop now currently to about 43%. Yet we continue to grow because we're out hustling for cargo in Southeast and South Asia. Cross-border efforts in Mexico to the Maquiladora areas show promise as well coming through our gateway. I've been to Asia 5 times thus far this year, once to Europe, beating the bushes not only for cargo, but to understand what sourcing migration looks like, what manufacturing capacity will be, and to try to continue to share the virtues of coming through this Southern California gateway. We've got work to do, but we're up to the task.
All right, so Gene, you've reduced your direct exposure to China. I get that, which sounds good. In terms of beating the bushes, all your travels out into this part of the world, I'm sure you made stops at places like Vietnam, and you've taken a look at, as you put it, described it, migration, migration of sourcing, right? Chinese goods obviously are still going to get into the U.S., tariffs or otherwise. And a lot of it is because of, they're doing an end run and trying to get in through third countries, including Vietnam. So these are the countries that you're probably focusing on, yes?
Oh, and that's right, Marty. The investment going into factories in Southeast Asia countries, in Mexico itself, from Chinese origin is real. And it's part of a broader supply chain mechanism and investment scheme that they've got in place. The look at where those tariffs are applied, retaliatory tariffs, these trade policies have created this environment for the past 6 years. And yes, realistically, you're going to be receiving goods from the Mekong Delta that were produced at a manufacturing facility in Ho Chi Minh City, invested with Chinese money.